Good morning, welcome or welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Tuesday, January the 21st, and we're here to look at new releases, excuse me, being published this week. And on Tuesdays, we look at mysteries and thrillers, so the darker side of mysteries. There's not a whole lot today, so we'll probably go back to the cozy mysteries that we didn't get to yesterday. Quick announcements. I do have sprints tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2.5 hours. I do those every Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday afternoons. Good morning, Kim. How are you? Let us see. Shall we jump into mysteries? The Inheritance by Trisha Soklicka. I don't know how to say that one. Meet the Argwalls, who have gathered on a private luxury island off the west coast of Scotland for a much-anticipated family reunion. Raj, the patriarch and a business tycoon, is about to announce to his wife and 3 children the succession plan for his multi-million-dollar Delhi-based company. Shalini, the fragile matriarch, is ready to have her husband to herself after years of sacrifice to the family business. Mira, the golden child, owner of the island and host of the reunion, is, unbeknownst to her family, on the brink of bankruptcy. Asim, the son and supposed heir, is torn between his love for his wife and his duty to family. Aisha, the youngest, a party girl whose antics are legendary, can't pass up an opportunity to wreak havoc. And then there's Zoe, Asim's wife, the outsider whose hashtag Insta-perfect life is built on a foundation of lies. They've all got secrets they would die to protect. Who will survive this high-stakes reunion, and who will become a victim of their own greed? One thing is certain, this family gathering will shatter more than just their illusions of unity. Sounds like fun. And I bet there's a storm coming. Kim says, I've been awake since 3:30. Oh, you're going to have to go back to bed right after this. Hi, Ariel. Good morning. Good morning, Mary. Happy Tuesday. May need to cut out early, expecting a heating guy this morning. Yes, priority. Keeping fingers crossed that we can finally get this thing going. Oh, absolutely. Mary says, good morning to Ariel. Watching YouTuber doing cross country on Amtrak, both ways. Oh, wow. Kim says, hope so, Mary. Mary, how are you doing this morning? No, it's cold, cold, cold there. Pretty cold here in Virginia as well. Is that 8 degrees this morning? It is about that here this morning. We are supposed to get into the 30s, so they say, so cross fingers. Excuse me. All right. Mask of the Deer Woman by Lori L. Dove. At rock bottom, following her daughter's death, ex-Chicago detective Carrie Starr has nowhere to go but back to her roots. Starr's father never talked much about the reservation where he was raised, but the tribe needs a new marshal as much as Starr needs a place to call home. In the past decade, too many young women have disappeared from the res. Some have ended up dead, others just gone. Now local college student Chenoa Cloud is missing, and Starr falls into an investigation that leaves her drowning in memories of her daughter, the girl she failed to save. Starr feels lost in this place she thought would welcome her, and when she catches a glimpse of a figure from her father's stories, with the body of a woman and the antlers of a deer, Starr can't shake the feeling that the fearsome spirit is watching her, following her. What she doesn't know is whether Deer Woman is here to guide her or to seek vengeance for the lost daughters that Starr can never bring home. Interesting. And yes, that is a problem that isn't necessarily talked a lot about. A lot of Native girls are missing. A Killer's Code by Isabella Maldonado. Mary, we are supposed to get to 21. Have had all the faucets dripping for days now, so worried about my plumbing pipes. Yeah, you don't need that problem. Kim, 25, feels like 19. Supposedly snow showers off and on all day. Ariel, I'm also in Virginia, and it's very chilly. Praying you get your heat fixed. Absolutely. Mary, thanks. I live in Culpeper. Where are you? And I like the sound of the Mask of Deep Woman. May have to see if I can round it up. Different culturally. Nice to read something different like that. This is third in Daniela Vega series. During a recent undercover sting gone bad, hitman Gustavo Toro died in the arms of FBI Special Agent Danny Vega, but Toro had secrets he refused to take to the grave. In the event of his death, Toro left behind a video that promises to expose a mysterious mastermind who has been operating with impunity for decades. But there's a catch. Danny's team must follow Toro's cryptic clues on a cross-country hunt for justice, and piecing together his past is more twisted than Danny could have imagined. But as Danny and her team race to gather the evidence, it's clear this powerful adversary will stop at nothing to keep their secrets, including eliminating those who threaten to reveal them. The Trials. Now this one is a young adult one. I included it because we had so few. But you can tell it's young adult because it has a Hunger Games type competition. Chloe Gotti will do whatever it takes to win her elite boarding school's annual competition, the Wild Trials. In the 2 weeks leading up to graduation from Wild Academy, a dozen seniors are chosen to compete in a series of 7 ultimate physical and mental tests, and the winner will take home over $500,000, money that Chloe needs to help her sick sister. Of course, there's a sick relative. But the competition is fierce and includes her brooding ex-boyfriend, Hayes Stratford, whose brother was the only student to die during the trials a few years ago. When someone starts blackmailing Chloe during the competition, she's forced to strike a deal with Hayes. If he helps her discover who is sabotaging her, she'll help him solve the mystery his brother left behind. Following clues from Hayes' brother, the unlikely allies discover that something isn't right about the Wild Trials. With a life-changing prize looming over her head and her buried feelings for Hayes rising to the surface, Chloe will have to decide what's really worth fighting for and if the cost of competing outweighs the potential consequences, even if that includes ending up like Hayes' brother, dead. End of row 1. This one also had an interesting angle to it. It's a Western mystery. Ariel says, I am in New Kent, Quinton area. Kim, I was hoping to go get my usual Tuesday lunch. Probably not. Not if you don't want to go out there and, just keep on healing. Mary said to Ariel, are you expecting any snow today? I think you might. Guess it depends on how far up the coast the snow comes up. Good luck. Yes. Yeah, we were very, very cold yesterday, and both our service manager and salesperson were out, so I hope we have a full house today. That would be nice. This is Agates Are Forever by Logan Terrett, Nick Cameron mystery, it says. It says, for fans of Western mystery novels like C.J. Box's Joe Pickett series and Craig Johnson's Walt Longmire series. Nick Cameron is a PhD geologist of independent means who boxes for fun, packs a cult commander, and has a knack for finding bodies, dead and alive. When an agate heiress arrives in Quartz Rock, Arizona on the eve of a gem show, she asks Nick for help selling some gemstones and soon becomes a suspect in the bizarre murders of 2 prominent lapidaries. Stalked by the mysterious killer, she and Nick dodge police while Nick works with his friend Frankie Benali, a Navajo jewelry artist and brilliant armchair detective, to unravel the case. But even Frankie is stumped until, at an isolated hacienda deep in the Sonoran Desert, Nick meets the great-granddaughter of a soldadera who served with Pancho Villa's División del Norte. Along the way, Nick gets help from an old-fashioned gentleman sheriff, a crusty army retiree, and a clutch of feisty dames. He navigates plot twists and red herrings that would make Sam Spade reach for the aspirin, and he does it all with deadpan humor that'll make you spit up your bourbon. Why would you want to waste bourbon? He's thrown everything in there except the kitchen sink, and maybe the kitchen sink is there and they just didn't mention it. In Plain Sight by D.S. Butler, 10th in the Detective Karen Hart series. Ariel says, yes, we are crossing our fingers. It comes our way this evening. I know the Hampton Roads area is. I've been dreaming of snow and cozy book reading all day. Kim, we're looking at off and on today and tomorrow. Actually, it's pretty, but I'd rather be warm. In the dead of night, 4 teenagers taking a shortcut through an archaeological dig site find a woman's lifeless body in a muddy trench, her hands and neck locked in a medieval device known as a shrew's fiddle. It doesn't take long to see that these are no ancient remains. The woman was killed just hours earlier. Called in to unearth the truth, D.S. Karen Hart learns that the victim, local woman Allison Poulsen, was unpopular with the archaeologists and the TV crew filming the excavation. Digging further, she finds bitter colleagues, an angry farmer, and an oddly unmoving husband. Then there's the teenage girl who found the body, who seems to know more than she's letting on. After a second murder rocks the investigation, it seems the killer will stop at nothing to cover their tracks. Can Karen unravel the mystery before another life is lost? And then last one we have in Mysteries and Thrillers, The Treacherous Wife by Sandra. No last name, or no first name, just one name. After the tragic unsolved murder of his beloved wife, Detective Ronald King never thought there'd be more to his life than work. But from the second he meets his city's captivating new mayor, Tabitha Knight, he's drawn in by her lively political savvy, her warm, generous nature, and her determination to make the city work for everyone. Once he finishes investigating the toughest narcotics case he's ever faced, he'll marry the woman he's grown to love. Well, I hope so. And support her as she makes a bound-to-be successful bid for governor. But Ronald hits one frustrating dead end after another trying to track down the killer of the state's most powerful and dangerous drug lord. He's uncovering a chilling lack of evidence, and he's stunned by clues pointing back to Tabitha's high-living nephew. Even worse, he can't seem to make her own mysterious past add up. As crime surges, Ronald starts putting all the pieces together, but he'll soon have to confront allies turned enemies, treacherous secrets and lies, and a blindsiding truth that will throw everything he's believed into question and could leave him with no way out. And let's go back to our cozy mysteries. Mary asked Kim, where are you? I forget, sorry. And does Keo like the cold? He is so big, he probably doesn't mind it. He doesn't mind it, but he likes to eat snow, but he's kind of a sun baby. He loves to lay in the sun, and quite often he wants to go outside, and then when it's, as cold as it was yesterday, he goes, yeah, never mind. I think we ended on that pink one. So I think we are here. Eleanor and the Cold War, an Eleanor Roosevelt mystery by Ellen Yardley. This is a series debut. New York City and Washington, D.C., 1951. Kay Thompson, secretary to Eleanor Roosevelt, is a young woman of conviction navigating the post-World War II period, but can she expose the dark truth about a transatlantic murder mystery unfolding before her eyes? Previously fired for speaking out against workplace injustices, 25-year-old Kay Thompson finds her true calling once appointed to support Eleanor Roosevelt, a champion of human rights known as ER among those in her inner circle. Kay fully embraces her new role as the former First Lady's right hand, typing up daily columns and juggling a blur of political meetings, ribbon cuttings, and charitable dinners. It's not until a dead body is discovered on a train that her most compelling task comes into focus. Stunning Susie Taylor had star quality. Judging from her photos, it's clear why she left Sweden with plans to make it big on Broadway. But when ER enlists Kay's help on a discreet investigation about her sudden disappearance, the two suspect the up-and-comer was concealing secrets about her real identity and motives, all leading to her murder at Washington's Union Station. Plunged into a living Alfred Hitchcock film, an unseasoned Kay and a shrewd ER side with a handsome detective on a search for answers. What was Susie's connection with a charismatic Soviet UN delegate and an atomic energy researcher? As ER makes it her mission to find out, danger looms upon the discovery of another body. Now Kay must play a central role in exposing the killer before she becomes the next rising beauty to meet a cruel fate. If you're looking for something for the midwinter hist mist, or just a general historical mystery to read. Mary, I'm in west central Georgia, about half-hour southwest of Atlanta. Mary Kim, you might get some snow too, based on the weather maps I've seen. Good luck. No, you all aren't really prepared for that kind of weather. Good morning, Elena. How you doing? Mary also says hi. And she says, I'm good. Just finished Raised by a Killer. Yay! Congratulations! Woo! Did you enjoy your day off yesterday? Kim, I enjoyed the Eleanor Roosevelt books written by her son back in the 80s or 90s. They were good mysteries. Yes. Elena, and the book was great. Good. And she says, good morning, Mary. A Golden Guilt Trip by M. Alfano. Book 5 of the Pecan, Texas Pet Groomer Cozy Mysteries. We'll have to keep an eye on the time because I believe I left my cell phone at work. So the alarm will not be going off. Crossing my fingers it's there because it's not here. I never thought I'd be back in my hometown of Pecan, Texas, grooming dogs or solving murders, let alone find success at both. But now that my boyfriend, fiance, Detective Adam Waltz has put a ring on my finger, it's time to start getting serious about the future, and that includes a storefront for my mobile grooming business. However, Councilman Rodriguez is determined to prevent that dream from happening, even if he can't give his own golden retriever a haircut to save his life. In hindsight, I maybe should have kept that opinion to myself. However, because now the councilman's 6 feet under and I'm the prime suspect in his murder, can my tail-wagging counterparts and loyal friends help me find the real killer, or will I be found guilty and forced to eat kibble with the jailhouse dogs? And basically this is a novella because it all happens in 133 pages. Yes, I'm a book snob. I don't think 133 pages is a book. The author has not tried hard enough to flesh out their story. Pet peeve. Magpie Maggie Delivers the Dead. 5th in the Longhorn Trucking Mysteries by Catherine. Oops, this is even less. 88 pages. That one snuck in. We don't do those. It's basically a short story. Candles, Cacti, and Death by Constance Barker. Welcome to Anderson's, this is 6th in the Knack Boutique Mysteries. Welcome to Anderson Springs, where nothing is quite as it seems, and danger lurks just below the surface. With their wedding day just around the corner, Lindy and Cody are swept up in a whirlwind of planning and anticipation. But when a long upstanding citizen turns up dead under suspicious circumstances, their joy is tainted by tragedy. Drawn into the investigation, Lindy and Cody quickly find themselves entangled in a world they never expected, the shadowy underbelly of the illegal sap trade, where betrayals run deep and trust is in short supply. As they dig deeper, Lindy and Cody begin to unravel the secrets that surrounded the victim's life, and they soon find themselves questioning those closest to her. From the estranged husband to her assistant and a rival nursery with whom she has long-standing feud. Seems everyone has something to hide. Even a mysterious newcomer stirs up more questions than answers. But the closer they get to the truth, the more dangerous their search becomes. Will Lindy and Cody be able to solve the case before they say "I do"? Or will the secrets of the sap trade cast a permanent shadow over their future together? End of that row. We might end there so that we know where we're at. All righty. Elena said yes, she enjoyed. Kim Mary, yes, we are looking at snow today and tomorrow. Elena, made myself some coffee. Ooh, nummy coffee. Hi, Amy. Good morning. Happy. I know. I've been thinking about you guys. Happy Onyx Storm release day. Mary maddening when we misplace our phones. Absolutely. I'm constantly putting it down and forgetting where. Good luck. One feels naked without it these days. I need the alarm. It's nice to look at what the temperature is. So I think I just left it on the desk. And when I get to work in about an hour, a half hour, I'm sure the alarm will be going and going and going. Mary says hi to Amy. And be gone, you imposters. Indeed. And Amy says hi. Ariel, I have to say, since I found your lovely channel, my TBR list has grown immensely. Yay! I need to put a cap on adding new books for a while, but I keep hearing new recs that are too good to pass. So what I do is I create lists on Amazon to keep track of books that I don't necessarily want to purchase yet, but I am interested in. For instance, I have a Kindle Unlimited TBR of, I don't know if I'll read them, but they have caught my attention. So when I'm looking for my next read, I can, refer. And then I have different ones here. I have in different categories if I want to. Those were the Kindle Unlimited. I have fantasy ones. I have, here's the books that are like next in series that I want to read in February and so forth. So that's how I try to keep track of things like that. But good to hear. See, you don't know what's out there until you look at stuff like this. I am a book enabler. Also referred to book ambassador, book pusher. Yes. Kim says, so is the killing time with cozies, ladies. Yep. Basically, any booktuber that talks about books, I watch them. I don't care what their opinion is about a book. People's reading experiences are different, but I might not know that book is out there. So that's the good of that kind of thing. But nobody else was looking at new releases, so that's why I do it. Elena, I have to get it at my library from Libby. Oh, yes. See you tomorrow, Elena. Have a good one. You too, my sweetie. And bye, y'all. Bye, Elena. And Kim, I wish list on Amazon and want to read on Goodreads and tag on Libby. There you go. Yep. Ariel, I definitely need to do that as well. Great suggestion. I don't do it on Goodreads anymore. I did a while ago, but when I started to read that book, it had that date of when I added it to that list on Goodreads. So I would have to delete it off that and then start over again. So that's why I switched over to just doing it on Amazon. I like ambassador better than enabler. We are Bookeemonsters. Speaking of which, we are out of time. I have got to get going. Everybody stay warm, be safe, read good books, and as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a Bookeemonster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.